Admit it. You've done it. You've been driving down the side of the street, and yes, even the highway as well, when your phone, BlackBerry, iPhone, or whatever you use to call and text with goes off. You immediately grab it even though you're driving in traffic and really shouldn't. It is a very dangerous thing to do, and it's a terrible habit that most American drivers have developed, and it needs to be broken. In today's lifestyle, text messages are a main form of communication. Most people who own a cell phone revel in the wonders of text messages. It's fast and it's easy. We impulsively respond to that buzz of our phones and often tune out our surroundings. Unfortunately, an overwhelming amount of drivers don't hesitate to respond to these text messages while driving. Imagine sitting in traffic and your cell phone goes off. You may think maybe it's your friend letting you know about some party you want to go to, or maybe it's your mother, or what if something has happened. Traffic looks like it's going to be moving anytime soon, so you glance from your phone to the road. Slowly moving with traffic, but knowing that it will only take a few moments, or maybe seconds, to respond. Before you know it, the car in front of you stops too fast, or you accidentally run a stop sign or traffic light, and you're in an accident. Bad thought, isn't it? Texting while behind the wheel can be dangerous. You lose your focus, and you can injure, let alone kill, someone, even yourself. Texting while driving has become one of the most dangerous driving distractions on the road. Traffic crashes involving both injuries and fatalities are increasing because caused in part by drivers use their cell phones to read or write text messages. Talking on a cell phone is equally as dangerous, as statistics show that people who do this are 4 times more likely to be involved in a car accident. It has become apparent that these activities are detrimental to driving safely, and so should be reduced dramatically. Drivers who have conversations while driving or who taken their eyes off the road send a text decreasing their attention to the road, thereby reducing the ability to react to changes in traffic. These activities cause by drivers to be distracted and divert mental resources away from the driving, inhibiting a full mental attention to the task. A study by the Center of Cognitive Brain Imaging found talking and listening to conversations while driving reduced the activity of the brain associated with spatial processing, meaning the amount of brain activity devoted to driving was disrupted and reduced. Cell phones use requires the driver to take their mental attention from the road, and texting both causes cognitive and visual distractions for drivers. These distracted drivers are becoming increasingly dangerous to themselves and other drivers on the road. Yet many state lawmakers have yet to pass a law that affects texting or talking on a phone while driving. The problem with lack of laws against these activities is the messages that it sends to drivers. That is, since it is not legal to talk or text, then this must be a sage or acceptable behavior. Quite the opposite is true. Although states like Florida have current legislation pending that will be prohibited texting while driving, a widespread debate continues over the enforceable of potential laws. Despite these concerns, public sentiment has become supportive of laws against texting while driving. They would hold drivers accountable for their potential dangerous actions in the case of a traffic or car crash. A current anti-texting campaign launched by AT&T's Texting and Driving, It Can Wait, sends an important message to the public that the drivers of texting while driving are serious and often disturbing stories of adolescents. These stories of adolescents and adults who are currently dealing with traumatic brain injuries or the death of loved ones are consequences of either reading or texting while driving. As the public is made aware of dangers associated with these activities, it is hoped that they can be reduced to make our commute safer. According to the Kentucky Governor's Office, more than 57,000 car crashes and over 200 fatalities were direct of texting and driving. The texting and driving law officially bans texting for all drivers and cell phone users who are under the age of 18. The use of personal communication devices by minor drivers is banned with the exception of GPS. The law bans texting and using a mobile phone while the vehicle is in motion for minors. If you're a driver over the age of 18, you're allowed to use GPS or to make a phone call. The state law is more strict because National Highway Traffic Safety Administration reported that inexperienced drivers under the age of 20 make up the larger percentage of distracted-related crashes and fatalities. In 2010, 3,920 people were killed in a crash involving a driver that was texting while driving. Distraction.gov reports that in June of 2011, more than 196 billion text messages were transmitted in the U.S. And what's even more alarming is that 40% of American teenagers say they have used their cell phones while they were driving. Cell phones used while driving is a danger to everyone on the roadway and must be viewed by such drivers and lawmakers alike. The consequences are distracting enough. It's time everyone needed to pay attention. Because if you don't, this right here, cell phone, will cost not only your life, but other people's life. So let me ask you a question. Do you really want to go around and be considered a murderer? Or do you want to say you have killed an innocent person because of your own stupidity?